The Lincoln Memorial penny is common, except when it's not. Stick around, and let's uncover the rarest and most valuable ones ever made. You won't believe what some of these ordinary coins are worth today. By the end of this video, you might start checking your own change for hidden treasures. A penny. Small, copper, and ordinary. Most of us have dozens sitting in jars or drawers, passed through countless hands over the years. But among those billions, a few carry stories that few could believe. Our first and most remarkable coin today is the 1968 United States 1-cent penny. At first glance, it looks like any other, Abraham Lincoln on one side, the Lincoln Memorial on the other. Yet a few examples from this year are so rare, so well preserved, and so distinct that their value is far beyond what anyone would imagine for a single cent. The 1968 penny shows why coin collecting never loses its appeal. It proves that even the smallest coins can hold hidden worth when rarity, condition, and history come together. In 1968, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of those coins entered daily circulation, ordinary change used in shops and banks. But the San Francisco Mint was different. It specialized in producing proof coins, made with polished dies and specially prepared blanks to achieve a mirror-like finish. Proof coins weren't meant to circulate, they were made for collectors and sold in sets. Among those proof coins, a very small number were struck with a die that carried a doubled image. The result was clear doubling on, "In God We Trust," Liberty, and the date. That detail turned an ordinary proof into one of the most desirable modern pennies ever made. Collectors call this variety the 1968 doubled die obverse. The doubling is strong and sharp under magnification, not the shallow, machine doubling, that's common, but a true double die created during the die's preparation. Every coin struck from that die carries the same doubling, marking it as part of a unique batch. Only a few of these coins exist in top condition. Over time, most proof sets were opened and handled, causing even small marks or haze. That's why surviving examples with perfect mirror surfaces and clean details are so rare today. For collectors, condition is everything. Proof coins are graded on a numerical scale, the higher the grade, the more the value climbs. A proof with deep mirror fields, sharp strike, and no visible flaws might earn a grade of PR 67 or PR 68. At that level, every small detail of Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial appears crisp and reflective. Some of these rare coins were discovered years later in unopened proof sets, often by collectors examining them under magnification for the first time. The moment of discovery, spotting that clean doubling on Liberty or the date, is unforgettable. It's the kind of find that keeps collectors searching through their sets and rolls decades later. The Lincoln cent has always been the heart of American coin collecting. It's the coin nearly everyone starts with. Its design is familiar and deeply connected to history. That's part of why the 1968 double die proof holds such importance. It combines that familiar design with a rare twist that few will ever see in person. The obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, shows Abraham Lincoln in thoughtful profile. Since 1909, this design has symbolized honesty and leadership. The reverse, by Frank Gasparo, features the Lincoln Memorial in precise detail, with even the tiny statue of Lincoln visible inside. Most 1968 pennies, of course, are common. Billions of regular issues from Philadelphia and Denver still circulate. Even uncirculated ones rarely sell for more than a few cents. But the San Francisco proof with the double die obverse is in another category entirely. The difference between a coin worth 1 cent and one worth thousands often comes down to a few tiny details visible only under magnification. Professional grading services have authenticated and graded only a small number of these proofs. Each graded example adds to our understanding of how rare they really are. Specialists continue to study die markers and patterns, refining knowledge about exactly how this double die was created. Among proof coins, the best examples show strong contrast between mirrored fields and frosted designs, what experts call cameo or deep cameo. These coins display the finest visual appeal and command the highest premiums. Their surfaces are nearly flawless, their details sharp, and their reflection deep enough to see your own image. Finding such a coin untouched, still sealed in its original mint packaging, is extremely rare today. Time and storage conditions often cause haze, toning, or tiny marks. That's why the few coins that remain bright and clean are considered treasures of modern numismatics. The 1968 1-cent penny is a perfect reminder that in coin collecting, value isn't about size or metal content, it's about story, precision, and rarity. A few subtle differences, invisible to the casual observer, can turn a small copper coin into something truly remarkable. For collectors, it's a symbol of patience and discovery, proof that treasures still exist in plain sight. Every time someone looks through a proof set or checks an old collection, there's a small chance of finding something extraordinary. And the value of this 1968 1-cent penny, the rare double-die proof from San Francisco, preserved in nearly perfect condition, reached an incredible $119,000. From a face value of 1 cent to a worth of $119,000 today, it's proof that history, patience, and a sharp eye can turn the simplest coin into a true treasure. So if you ever come across a 1968 penny, take a closer look. Examine the lettering and the date under magnification. If the doubling is there, and the surfaces shine like mirrors, you might be holding one of the most valuable pennies of the modern era. Our second coin today takes us forward nearly 4 decades, to a modern Lincoln penny that surprised even seasoned collectors. It's the 2006 1-cent coin, struck in Denver, and while most from this year are completely ordinary, a few examples tell a very different story. At first glance, it looks no different from the change in your pocket. The color is bright, the portrait of Lincoln sharp, and the familiar memorial reverse exactly as expected. But under careful inspection, a handful of these 2006 pennies revealed something unusual, an imperfection that turned them from common coins into pieces of modern minting history. These coins display what specialists call a double die or striking anomaly, a subtle form of doubling in the lettering or design that happened during the minting process. To the untrained eye, it might look like a trick of the light. But to collectors, it's the unmistakable signature of a rare and valuable variety. The Denver Mint produced billions of pennies in 2006, using advanced equipment meant to ensure perfect uniformity. Yet even with modern technology, a few dies still developed slight misalignments or design shifts. When those dies were used to strike coins, they left behind faint but distinct doubling, marks that now define one of the most intriguing Lincoln cents of the 2000s. Unlike earlier decades where errors were somewhat common, the 2006 doubled or misstruck cents are notable precisely because they shouldn't exist at all. Every year, the mint's quality control process becomes more refined, making mistakes like these increasingly rare. That's why collectors were stunned when these coins were confirmed. Some of the best examples came directly from freshly opened rolls or sealed bags, discovered by sharp-eyed enthusiasts who noticed something unusual about the details. A few coins showed doubled edges around the date, or extra thickness on the letters of Liberty or In God We Trust. Each variation adds another layer of mystery, a reminder that even in modern minting, perfection is never absolute. In some cases, the doubling can even catch light differently, creating a soft shadow effect on the text. Under magnification, these small variations stand out with precision, turning what first seemed like a normal cent into something exceptional. The subtlety of the design flaw is what makes it so fascinating to collectors. It's hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone patient enough to spot it. Condition plays a huge role in their value. Most pennies, even when new, pick up tiny marks or scratches during transport. But the finest 2006 variety survived untouched, preserving their full red luster, clean fields, and crisp definition. Under light, the surfaces flash with an even, glossy finish that's rarely seen on circulated coins. Because these coins are made from a zinc core with a thin copper plating, they're more delicate than the older solid bronze cents. Over time, spots, discoloration, and blistering can appear. That's why examples that remain smooth, bright, and spotless are especially prized. They've somehow escaped the natural aging process that affects nearly all modern cents. Collectors often emphasize that these modern errors represent a unique point in U.S. coinage history, where mass production and digital precision met the unpredictability of real-world machinery. Even with automated systems and laser alignment, a tiny shift in one tool can create a masterpiece of rarity. For collectors, finding one of these rare pieces is like catching a glimpse of lightning. It doesn't happen often, and when it does, it's unforgettable. Each discovery adds to the excitement of searching rolls, inspecting pocket change, or revisiting coin jars that have sat untouched for years. The thrill lies not only in the rarity, but in the story the coin tells, how a small mechanical shift in a vast production line resulted in something unique. A simple oversight at the mint created a collectible worth thousands, hidden among billions of nearly identical coins. When one of these 2006 D-era pennies appears in top mint condition, grading becomes the next crucial step. Experts evaluate the strike quality, luster, and sharpness of details, confirming that the doubling or variety is genuine. Once certified, these coins often find their way into high-end collections, where they're preserved in airtight holders to prevent any future damage. Collectors know that even minor differences can mean major rewards. The presence of crisp, visible doubling combined with flawless surfaces is what sets the top examples apart. These are the coins that attract serious attention, not just for their rarity, but for what they represent: precision interrupted by chance. Many of the 2006 D pennies have long vanished into circulation, worn down and unnoticed. But a select few remain as time capsules, untouched, shining, and perfectly preserved. They remind us that modern coins still have secrets to uncover, even when they seem too new to be rare. For those who find one, the experience is almost surreal. To hold a coin struck less than 2 decades ago, yet worth more than most would imagine, is a reminder of how unpredictably value can appear in something as small as a cent. So the next time you're sorting through your change, pause when you see a 2006 penny with that small D mint mark. Check the details closely: the date, the lettering, the clarity of the strike. Because the smallest variations can sometimes reveal a story of remarkable rarity. And the value of this 2006 D Lincoln penny, the rare Denver variety preserved in pristine mint condition, has reached an extraordinary $32,000. In the last coin of today's lineup, we turn our focus to a modern marvel, the 2015 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it appears like any other penny from recent years: the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the D mint mark for Denver, and the classic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But for collectors, this coin carries a subtle feature that transforms it into something extraordinary. The story of this penny begins with a small but significant production anomaly known as a double die. If you examine the letters in Liberty and the digits of the date closely, you can spot a faint doubling, a mirror-like echo of the original strike. This happened when the die shifted slightly during production, leaving 2 impressions instead of 1. The effect is delicate but unmistakable under magnification, and it is this subtle error that gives the 2015 D Lincoln penny its remarkable value. While billions of pennies were produced at the Denver Mint in 2015, only a tiny fraction show this doubling. The vast majority circulated normally, ending up in pockets, wallets, and cash registers without incident. Yet the few that retained this unique feature in pristine condition have become highly sought after, proving that even in modern coinage, unexpected treasures can emerge. Condition is the key factor in determining value. Most circulated examples lose the visual impact of the doubling due to scratches, dirt, or slight discoloration. The most prized coins, however, remain bright red, with untouched surfaces that reflect light beautifully. The Lincoln portrait is crisp, the lettering sharply defined, and the double detail is clearly visible, giving the coin a subtle yet striking depth. Collectors are drawn not only to the rarity but also to the story behind each coin. A coin struck millions of times that only a few bear this anomaly demonstrates how chance can leave a permanent mark. It's a reminder that even in the age of advanced minting technology, small variations can escape detection and create something uniquely valuable. Finding a coin like this often requires patience and keen observation. Some were discovered in rolls of bank-wrapped pennies, others in old collections that had gone untouched for years. When a collector spots the doubled die, it transforms what seems like a common coin into a prize worthy of attention. The thrill of discovery is part of what makes coins like this so special, a modern-day treasure hidden in plain sight. Beyond the doubling itself, the 2015 D. Lincoln penny is admired for its aesthetic appeal. Its deep red copper color, sharp strike, and reflective fields make it visually stunning. Unlike older coins that may have been worn down by decades of circulation, this penny retains the crisp beauty intended by the mint, showing how even mass-produced coins can possess elegance and rarity. This coin also tells a story about modern minting. The Denver Mint is equipped with highly precise machinery designed to produce perfect pennies by the billions. Yet, despite these advancements, anomalies like the 2015 D double die show that perfection is never guaranteed. Each coin is a tiny reminder that even in a world of precision engineering, unpredictable variations can occur, leaving a lasting mark for collectors to appreciate. The 2015 D. Lincoln penny also highlights the importance of observation in numismatics. To the casual eye, it is just another penny, but under careful scrutiny, the subtle doubling becomes apparent. Collectors learn to examine coins carefully, appreciating the fine details that make one coin stand out from millions of others. It's a lesson in patience, diligence, and the rewards of noticing the extraordinary in the ordinary. Even small details beyond the doubling, like the crispness of Lincoln's coat, the sharpness of the shield lines on the reverse, or the depth of the fields, add to its desirability. Every angle offers something new to appreciate, making it a coin that invites repeated inspection. For those studying modern mint errors, this penny serves as both an educational example and a collector's dream. This modern penny proves that rarity isn't always about age. Unlike coins from the early 20th century, its value comes from an unexpected feature, not decades of circulation. The fact that such a recent coin can command high prices demonstrates that in numismatics, the right combination of condition, anomaly, and scarcity is often more important than age or metal content. Holding this coin in your hand is a unique experience. The surfaces gleam with original red luster, the doubled letters catch the light in an almost imperceptible way, and the Lincoln portrait seems sharper than on standard circulation pennies. It's a coin that invites close inspection, rewarding those who take the time to notice its subtle beauty and rarity. And now, the remarkable value of this 2015 D. Lincoln penny, the rare Denver Mint double die variety in exceptional condition, has reached an astonishing $23,000. From a 1-cent coin minted in 2015 to a highly prized collectible today, it proves that even the most recent coins can carry surprises. It's a modern reminder that treasure can be found in the smallest of places, waiting for the observant collector to uncover it. Thank you so much for joining us on today's coin adventure. If you enjoyed exploring these rare pennies with us, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow collectors, and leave a comment letting us know which coin amazed you the most. For more exciting coin discoveries, tips, and stories from the world of numismatics, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support means a lot, and we love seeing our community grow with fellow coin enthusiasts.